Hi boys and girls, it's Miss May, and today I thought it would be super fun to make something. So Robbie mentioned that he really wanted to learn how to make something, and since we've been talking about fish, I thought it would be really fun to make our own origami fish out of paper. So all you're going to need is a sheet of paper just like this, some scissors, and a pen if you want to make a face on your fish, or colored markers, colored pencils, crayons, anything like that if you want to give your fish some color. Alright, so our first job is to turn this piece of paper into a square. So if you look at it, you can see that right now we have a rectangle. We have two shorter sides and two longer sides on the top and bottom. So the way we're going to turn this piece of paper into a square is by folding it. So we're going to pick up this corner here at the top, and we're going to bring it all the way down to meet the bottom edge, just like this. So make sure you line it up nice and straight. This whole side right here is going to line up with the bottom. Then once you think that it's touching the bottom like that, all you're going to do is you're going to squeeze this side and crease it down. And look, I've made a triangle with three sides and an extra little rectangle here on the side. So what we have to do is we are going to cut off this little extra piece here on the end. I'm going to be super careful, make sure that I'm following the line of the paper. And now I've got an extra little rectangle, and that extra little rectangle is going to go off to the side because I don't need it anymore. And so can my scissors. All the rest is just folding. So I've colored the edges of my paper just to help you guys out a little bit to see the edges, but you don't have to do that to your paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unfold it. Oh, look at that perfect square. And you can see that there's a crease in the middle of your paper. Now I want to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to look at the two edges of the paper that are on both sides of the crease, and I'm going to bring them together to touch at the other end. And then same thing, I'm going to smush my piece of paper down, and I'm going to fold it all the way across. Good. Now if you open up your piece of paper, you should be able to see that there's a big X going through it. There's one line going from this corner to this corner, and one line going from this corner to this corner. So right now we have an X, and with our folds we're actually going to end up making a star. So what I want you to do is turn your piece of paper over so that the point in the middle is kind of sticking up like a pyramid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the two top corners, and we're going to fold it like a blanket. So these two top corners are going to fold over to meet these two bottom corners. So I'm going to fold up and over until my two corners meet. Again, I'm going to smush it down, make sure my crease is really, really solid and pushed down. Then I'm going to open it like a monster mouth. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing. So these two corners are going to go meet these two corners in the bottom. Up and over. Smush it down. Good. Now if you open it up, you can see that you have a star pattern on your page. You've got one line going from this corner to that corner, one line going from this corner to that corner, one going that way, and one going that way. Excellent. Alright, so this is the hardest part of our video, so I'm going to go super slow, and if you need help, you can either rewind the video and watch it again, or you can ask an adult in your house for help. So what I've done is I've drawn two black dots on my page on both sides of my middle crease. Now, what's going to happen is I want these two black dots to touch each other. Originally, when you fold it together, this might happen, where it just folds back in half, like a taco. So if that happens, what I want you to do is I want you to flip your paper over so that the ridge in the middle, it kind of looks like a tent. Now, when you put these two dots together, what should happen is you should make almost, it's called an hourglass shape, where there's one triangle at the bottom and one triangle at the top. So when I pinch it together, it should make a big X. Once you've made a big X, what I want you to do is put it this way, and you're gonna smush it down and push it into the table to make a triangle. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna open it up into my square. I'm gonna push my two corners together to make my big X, pinch it together. I'm gonna put it down on the table, and I'm gonna flatten it out, and then I'm gonna release my fingers and I'm gonna flatten it. Really push in those creases. So that's the hardest part. If you're having trouble with that part, you can go back to the beginning and really make sure that all of your creases are nice and solid, that every single piece of that star that you made is pressed down into the table really firmly. So then when we come to this piece, we don't make a taco, we make that hourglass. Oops. Here we go. Hourglass. And then I'm going to push it down into the table. See, even Miss Mae has challenges with that. So now we have a triangle. Now here's the part where we get to make our fish fins. I put my triangle flat down on the desk, and I'm going to pick up the bottom corner. I'm going to move my camera so you can see it. So this fish is kind of like a book because it has two pages. There's one corner and then there's two corners. So I just want you to take the first page, not the whole corner. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold it up and then over. And notice how the point is sticking out beyond the edge of my triangle. So we have a little point coming off the top. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to fold this one up and over so that it's sticking out the back. Just like that. So you should have two little mini triangles coming off the back. Now when you flip it over, you have your fish. There it is. So your fish can go swimming. Excellent job. So if you've gotten this far, now you can decorate your fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an eyeball on my fish so he can see. And I'm going to draw a little smile on my fish because he's happy to be swimming in the water today. And then this is the time where you can get out your markers or your crayons or your colored pencil, and you can put a cool design on your fish. Maybe my fish is going to have a pink fin back here, and maybe your fish will have some wiggly stripes, or maybe your fish will have some polka dots. Maybe your fish is swimming with more fish and you can draw some more fish up here. So you can draw or design whatever pattern you want on your fish to complete it. And when you're done, please send me pictures or videos of you and your fish swimming along. I would love to see what you come up with. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, Robbie, for your excellent question and your interest in learning how to make new things. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this activity today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.